What's up, guys? What is up? Me, Chris, here, and happy Friday the 13th, you guys. I finally made it. Um, I'm super excited. Let me go ahead and say in the chat. Man, it's been a crazy week, you guys. So, just real quick, and maybe not real quick, I want to talk about the three things that I have on the table. I was going to do another unboxing tonight, but I decided that it would be better to go ahead and do an unboxing of Jason figures since it's his birthday and all. Why not? So on the table, we've got the Friday the 13th Part 5 New Beginnings figure, which I've desperately been wanting to get, and I was finally able to get my hands on yesterday. I've been looking everywhere for this thing, and it's been slow to roll out. So I'm super excited to have it. Super excited to have it in my collection. I also have the Toony Jason Voorhees on the table as well, which we're going to take a look at and just kind of see how it compares to the 7-inch figures. And we've got the Freddy versus Jason figure from NECA as well. All three of these are from NECA. So we're going to look at all of these figures one by one, and we're going to talk about what I like, what I don't like, and I'm just going to give you my honest opinion on all of them. I am going to do comparisons. I'm not going to do full comparisons because I didn't want to break everything out because I've got some stuff already staged, and I've got a lot of Jason stuff in the display. There is another video with the display under my TV where I show you my Jason display. So there's a lot of good stuff under that, up under that TV that's Jason related. If you want to check that out, we're going to focus on figures. I'm going to show 1/16 scale figure. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. What do you guys want to start with? Anybody that's watching, what do you want to start with these three figures? Go ahead and post in the chat because I am trying to watch. I normally have my wife doing this, but I didn't want to bother her tonight. So what do you want to see first? Going once, going twice. So nobody's saying anything, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and start with what I'm going to save the best for last since I don't know what's going on. Nobody said anything. Let's go ahead and start with the easiest thing, which is the Toony Terror. Let's get that out of the way first. So first thing I want to do is make it a little dark. I got it way too bright. There we go. And let's get in on this guy so you can get a good idea about the packaging here. And focus jumps when you do that. There we go. Alright, so let's start with the Toony Terror and let's talk about it first and foremost. So from a packaging standpoint, so I can see what I'm doing. Right up front, you see this says NECA Toony Terror, says Friday the 13th. And a lot of people have already said this, but this looks like something off of the Scooby-Doo cartoon from back in the 80s. And a pup named Scooby-Doo. This kind of has that kind of cartoony look to it. I really like this. This is going to live on my desk. Maybe I might put it in display. But I really do like this stylization of Jason. I think it looks really great. And I can't wait to get it out of the package. I did pick this up from Target a couple weeks ago. So I really liked it when I saw it. I didn't think I was going to like these at first. I've got some others to show you. But with this being Jason's birthday, we're going to focus on him today. On the back, there's just a cutout, so if you want to put any kind of, put him in any kind of display situation, you can cut that out, put it behind him. I don't use these, but it's nice that they give you that option. Let me look real quick. Bruce in the house. Happy Friday the 13th, Chris. You finally got Roy. I surely did. Yeah, it was cool, too. It's good to have friends. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say how I got it, but it's good to have friends. Let's go ahead and tear this Toony Terror, if I don't, completely embarrass myself opening the package. So here he is out of the package, and I do want to zoom in a bit so we can get a better look at Jason here. And I think he looks really good. The green looks good. The machete looks good. It's very stylized, but I think this looks really good. Go ahead and pop this guy out. That's cool. If that's something that you're into, I'll show you a close-up of it in a second. And then Jesus, get out of there. Oh. I could have snapped that off. That was kind of weak. But then you also get at the bottom this little marquee, Jason Voorhees Toony Terrors. That's kind of cool if you want to keep that. I don't care about it, but it's nice. So here's Jason with his arm twisted back. We're going to go ahead and give him his machete. We're going to see if he can stand. And he can stand. He doesn't have a lot of articulation. Let's go ahead and move down so we can spot him out. He doesn't have a lot of articulation, you guys. This figure doesn't. You can turn his head one way or another. I'm going to have mine probably posed like this, so he's looking off to the side. There is no elbow bend. You do have some wrist articulation. The arms go up and down. This elbow doesn't bend at all, which is a bit of a bummer, but you can, again, rotate the wrist a little bit. The legs can go forward and backwards. There's no going out to the side. No ankle articulation, not anything I'm willing to try anyway. He stands pretty good though. For the most part, once you get him standing. Let's see. I don't know what it is about NECA sculpts, but they kind of stand cattywampus. I mean, it's the best way to say it. They stand off to the side, and it's kind of weird. They one leg's always longer. See how I did that? Look at that. This is right out of the package. I'm like, come on, NECA, man. What are y'all doing with these sculpts? Trying to match that leg up in there. And you can even see here, you guys, this is just kind of unfortunate. And it aggravates me because this isn't super expensive, but if I'm gonna pay for it, I want it to be right. You can see how, if you look in here, this is lower than this. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but there is like a gap there, that being lower. So that means this leg is longer than this leg. So he stands kind of like at an angle, which sucks, and I hate that. So I don't know the best way to fix that. I'm gonna have to work on this foot and try to pull it out, maybe heat this up and stretch this leg out. But it's like, what is NECA doing, man, with that kind of thing? Why these legs are always so off? I don't understand that, because it's like they can't make a figure with the legs going the right. I don't know. They can't make a lot of Jasons anymore. They can't make Jason at all anymore for right now. But I hate that because it just makes him like kind of weird. Like if you touch him, see how he's just kind of, he stays up, but he's like not stable. And I hate that. That's my rant. Come on, you gotta do better, NECA. But yeah, this figure's cool, except for the legs being off. I'm trying to look and see if there's any way I can fix that. And it's off just enough that he won't stand like he's supposed to. And it's very frustrating. I just want to look at something real quick, see if how he holds this. He holds the other way too. The detail's pretty good. The paint apps are pretty good. He does have some wrinkles in that head, which are really good. He can actually move his head. Looks like the ball joint's about to pop off. But you can do something like this, which is another way that you might want to have him posed. But, it's just up to you. It's a cool figure. I like him a lot. And I just think it goes better with the machete like so. And he's just kind of stylized and just kind of hanging out. Let me get you some close-up shots real quick because I promised you I would. And we will move on. Milford, what's up? Toony Terrors is really cool, Bruce, except for that leg issue. So I just want to go in. So hopefully you guys can see this. I'll try to get it as sharp as I can. But that's the mask. And what I do want to show you is if I can turn him on a swivel so you can see the back of his side profile. And if you can see the back of his head, I do like this figure a lot. I just don't like that. I don't like the issues with the QC, I guess is the best way to say it. But it looks good otherwise. It's got a t-shirt on. He's painted really nice, I think. The machete looks really good. It's thick, which is cartoony, so it's supposed to be. It's got a nice little tear in his pants, which looks good. Boots look really good. Hands look elongated. Arms are elongated. So yeah, overall, this is a good figure. It's just that they could have done better with making sure the QC's right. And that's with all their figures. A lot of my figures have a bum leg, and I freaking hate it. So I'm getting tired of it. So yeah, that's the Toony Terrors. Jason, let's go ahead and slide him to the side, and let's move on to something else. Let's go ahead and get into a big boy Jason, which y'all can't see all the way. Freddy versus Jason, and this is a cool one. Now I already have this figure, and a lot of these Jasons I already have, so that's just something. It is what it is. But this one's cool. Up front, you have Freddy versus Jason. You have that amazing silhouette of Jason looking through right there. Looks cool. Up top, you have Freddy versus Jason. There's another nice look NECA in the corner. On the back, you have a couple different poses for Jason. You've got him standing there. You've got him without the mask on. You've got him with the fiery machete. So this is a really cool Jason. I do not have this Jason on my Jason shelf. I will, if you guys want, do a review of all my Jason figures. But I do not have him on the shelf because I've got him somewhere else that I'll show you in a second. So let's go ahead and open this package. I came prepared tonight because I didn't want to embarrass him on his birthday. Let's go ahead. Oh, before I do that, I almost forgot. Let's open the window. Bam! There's the full image of him right there, full production image, holding that teddy bear, which I really like. And then there's all the stuff that you get in the package, which is really, really cool. Let's go ahead and pull this out so we can see, now that I already had it open. In the back, mine was like just like this. Y'all saw me just pull this figure out. It's never been out, so it was packed, jacked up. But so my background is that little swamp, but mine was bent, just so you know. And you saw me cut the tape too, so that came from NECA that way. Do better, NECA. Do better. Alright, so let's go ahead and get him out of the package. I'm going to go ahead and twist these dudes off real quick. These little NECA ties that I hate a lot. Get in there and pop them loose. Anti-theft ties. I should have brought my snippers out. Alright. Got him loose. Try to get him out without ripping everything else out. That looks like it's going to be impossible. Doing a pelvic thrust. Alright. Jason is out, and I really like this figure. I'm not going to lie. This is a good looking Jason. They killed this. This is awesome. That's why I got it. I knew they did, but man, I didn't know they did like this. I am so happy with this figure of Jason. He stands up better. He does have his Frankenstein platforms on, which I will show you in a second, which makes it a little hard for him to stand up. But otherwise, he is freaking epic. Turn his legs out a little bit. Yeah, I like this a lot. This dude is sick. Articulation seems really good too. Let's show you. Let's show you how tall he is before we do anything else. He's got good waist articulation. So Jason here is a little over 8 inches. He's about 8 1/4. So he's pretty tall by Jason standards. And Jason's a tall character anyway. But I really like this character a lot. You do get the removable mask. And let's move that forward so you guys can see what's going on. Let's get into his face. Sorry, I'm going the wrong direction. And that's pretty good. That'll work. So you can remove the mask and you can expose that ugly face. And it is pretty ugly, but in a good way. He does have neck articulation. He can look down a little bit. He can look up a little bit. He can bend to about a 90. He can bend not quite a 90, but there's those platforms I was telling you about, those platform boots, which I really like. I love the weathering on the outfit too, specifically on the jacket. It's a nice soft material, which I think is amazing. And so is the under portion of the shirt. Sculpted very well. Looks amazing. Look at the back of this thing. He looks like he's been buried. But again, you know, you start messing with this thing in any significant way, and you start to get that one leg longer than the other thing, which is unfortunate. But otherwise, it's a pretty solid looking figure. Good detail. Decent detail in the legs, but not as good as the rest of the way, but pretty good in the legs. Not as good, but okay. So he comes with 2 masks. He's got the standard hockey mask, which everybody knows him for, which is nice. But he's also got his bloody mask, which they taped in. So that's kind of cool to protect it. I like mask options for Jason. And I'm going to display him with the bloody mask just because there's not a lot of I don't know. I guess that's probably a better way to do it. I don't have a lot of mask variations out displayed, so I like this look, and I think that looks really good with that bloody mask. I think that looks really amazing. Let's see. Bruce says, I seen him the other day. He looks good. Sean D said, did you do Roy yet? I'm late. Nope. Roy is last. All right. So he also has in this package, I'm just going to show you guys, and let me move him out of the way so you can see. You can see his weapons. Maybe not. I don't know how well. There you go. He's got 2 machetes. He's got a flame effect for a machete. He's got a teddy bear. And he's got a scratched up mask for if you want to display him when he's fighting Freddy. So I think that's pretty awesome. Love, love, love. You get 3 freaking mask options with Jason. I'm telling y'all, if y'all ain't got this one, go get him. This is a must. I knew this was a good figure when I saw him. People keep asking me if I'm going to get the remake Jason, and I'm watching actually that movie right now. Because there's a marathon on AMC, so I'm watching a lot of Jason. I'm not getting the remake because I didn't see enough different in the sculpt between the remake Jason that I had, the original, and the new one. So that's why I'm not getting him. But if I saw more differences, I probably would. But this is very different than the other version that I have, and I'll show you that in a second. Let's see, comments. Sean says, awesome, saving the best for last. Bruce says, the best for last. That's right. All right, so let's go ahead and hook him up. So we're going to do blood for blood. And let me zoom out a little bit so y'all don't get, so it doesn't get too claustrophobic. I'm going to go ahead and use his bloody machete. How is this in here? Oh, it's inside of a little case too. This is weird. It's got a little plastic thing over the machete on top of the machete. We're gonna get Pemberton Bear or whatever that bear's name out. So that's kind of cool. We're gonna get this fire effect out, which is neat. And I guess it just goes on the back of this dude. Is that right? Where's the box? Yeah. Fire effect goes on the back. I think this is such an epic figure. I love this thing, y'all. Let me get this in. The hands are freaking tight. Ooh, super tight. Just be careful with NECA. Like me, I just broke this, I think. Or almost broke it. I pretty much broke it. I'm going to have to glue this. Trying to get it into this hand. I didn't break it all the way, but I sure broke it a little bit. Sorry. I've got a million Jason machetes, so as you guys can see, I didn't even break a sweat, but I did break this. So just be careful when you're putting this on, because freaking these accessories are easy to break. Give him his bear. Maybe give him his bear. Let's see how we can get that bear in that hand. Let's see. Didn't he? I'm sure he was holding this damn thing on the package, and I liked the way that looked. I don't know if I can get him to hold it again. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna hold it or not. I'm trying to make him hold it. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe he can hold it up. Turn this around. Like, you little turd. He can kind of hold the bear, as you guys can see, but he can't grip it. So what I might do is put a little bit of double side in. I'm not gonna deal with all that tonight because it don't really matter. But I'm just gonna pose him up so that he looks menacing. Jason's always looking down because usually nobody's taller than him. I don't want to look down too far, but yeah, that is freaking amazing. Let me show you this other mask real quick, because the other machete is just like that one. It just doesn't have blood on it. I do want to show y'all real quick up close these hockey masks, and I'm gonna put them on my fingers. My daughter would be proud of me. All right, hold on. Let me try to see if I can do this. So you got like 3 heads. Oh, look at that. That looks kind of like right. So there you go. I don't know how well y'all can see this, but there's the 3 masks. You got the fight with Freddy. You got the regular when he woke up, and then you got the blood version, which I'm going to display him with. So that's what I'm going to do. I really like the way this figure looks. Let's zoom in and let's look at this teddy bear. There's the teddy bear, and it's done very well. It actually does have some articulation too, so that's not bad. So that's a cool figure as well, if that's what you're after. Let's go ahead. I don't like how my light is so high. There we go. Let's go ahead and pull out a little bit, or actually zoom in. I'm going to show you up close and personal everything, just so you can get a better look at them. Then I'm going to do a back shot as well. It's got those stacks on. One leg is still a little wonky, but I think overall he looks really, really solid. This is a solid release, and I'm real happy about it. Now, as you guys know, NECA cannot produce any more Friday the 13th figures right now, unfortunately. And that is because the license is held up in court. And, oh, look at the back of that head. It's so gnarly. I like the way they did that hair, too. That looks freaking sick. But I'm a little disappointed, and I said in the last video, because NECA had an opportunity to really, like, do some really good stuff with some of these figures. And they didn't do it because they were, you know, being a little greedy, unfortunately. And they could have made 7, 8, and I know the main guy, I forget what his name is. Me and my friend Dylan talk about him all the time from NECA, but he went on record and said that, you know, he's not gonna make figures if they're not his favorite, or if he didn't like the films, and so he didn't like some of those other Jason films. But it's like, you know, you got to do what the fans want. And I would love a Jason Takes Manhattan figure, and I would love a new Part 7 Jason. We got a new Part 6, and we didn't get it. And, you know, I know Pamela's coming out. I think if they've shown it, it's going to come out. So we are going to get Pamela, thank God. But how about a kid Jason from Part 1 at the end of the movie? Like, give me that, and give me the boat with the girl. Give me some stuff like that. And they didn't give it to us. But they did give us a dream sequence from Part 5, which is nothing more than a repaint of a Part 3, which kind of sucked, or maybe a Part 4, but it just kind of sucks. And I'm like, they could have done so much more, and they ended up not doing it. And that's a little frustrating because, you know, people, there's definitely a market, and they're trying to, you know, drag this stuff out so they can keep making money. And I don't think that that was necessarily fair for us consumers. You know, I'd be shocked this year, because I do have the quarter scale Pennywise that I'm going to show you. I was going to show you tonight. I'll do that in a video tomorrow. But I'll be shocked if we don't see the Tim Curry Pennywise in quarter scale coming out soon too, because that's what NECA does, and that's fine. But you know, in this instance, it sucks because they lost the license, and then they don't have all the license for Michael Myers, and these are the two primary slashers, and so it just kind of sucks. And I feel like NECA dropped the ball when they really didn't have to. People would have still bought it, and they could have come out with all of the Jasons, and it would have been, you know, really amazing. Just my opinion, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Jason X, I want both versions of Jason X, and you know, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get those now, and that's just a bummer. But this figure is freaking amazing. Now, I do want to show you something real quick to go with this figure because it is important. I told you I already got this figure. I do have this two-pack that I never opened. It's dusty as crap. And I just want to compare the Jasons that are in there. That's like a diorama set behind them. And as you can see, there is a Jason in there. But that's the same Jason, and that's the only figure. But that's really more of a statue, and that's him with Freddy. This is the two-pack that came out. We'll move him for a second, which is cool. There's Jason on that side. There's the back. Freddy on that side. And it's got the wood diorama with the fire in there. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys this. I'm pretty sure I have. But I haven't taken that out of the box, and I'm really not going to. And that's why I bought this figure, because I had the deluxe box set. And I'm not planning to put it on display at least for a while. Let's see what these comments are hitting for. Sean says, the good thing is if you break one machete, they give you another one. Yeah, that, absolutely. Bruce says, Roy comes with a lot of accessories, and they're awesome. Cool. Well, we're going to get ready to get to Roy right now. All right, guys, the one I've been waiting for. And you guys know I'm a big Roy fan. I'm not going to show you my leg, but there is a tattoo video on my channel where I got Roy tatted on my leg. So if I got him tatted on my leg, he means a lot to me. A lot of people asked me, friends of mine, why I didn't go and get him immediately. And it's because I really wanted to find him in the wild. And I really wanted to see a couple different versions so I could pick the perfect one, because he is a special character for me. I also made my own version of Roy, which is kind of a mismatch of the retro cloth version. I didn't like the suit, so it was trash. So I used Michael Myers' body and put that retro head on it. I'll show that one with this so we can do a comparison. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Let's check this guy out, though, because this is super duper Cooper legit. As 8 Thoughts would say. Alright, so right off the bat you have, Friday the 13th is about to come on, the original. Alright, so right off the bat you have Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. My favorite film of the franchise, because it was the first one that I saw in theaters. I'm old, but I'm not that old. You've got that kind of wonky looking hockey mask up front, which is really cool. And up top you have Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. On the side you have my man Roy. Love those blue chevrons. On the back you have a couple different looks for Roy. And I was a kid when I saw this, and I ain't gonna lie to you guys, I really was shocked when I found out it was Roy. Now I look at it and I chuckle, because you can easily tell who it is if you pay any kind of attention to the movie. But he comes with a lot of accessories, looks like. I've already got one of him holding the hedge clippers, so I'm probably going to display this one with the road flare. But right here on the back, you have Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. Still hunted by his past, Tommy Jarvis, who as a child killed Jason Voorhees, wonders if the serial killer is connected to a series of brutal murders occurring in and around the secluded halfway house where he now lives. Includes spike, cleaver, flare, knife, hedge trimmers, machete, spear. What is that? Garrot? I don't even know what that is. And removable mask. I guess that's the... I don't know what that is, but we're going to see. That might be like... Did I see? I don't know what that is. We're going to see. All right. So when we... Let's make sure that y'all are seeing. And sorry if I keep pausing, you guys. I got to make sure. So when we open up the front of the box, you are greeted with the man himself, Roy. And I love the Michael Myers suit on Roy. I like that look for Jason. I know a lot of people prefer him with the pants and the separate shirt, but I love the mechanic suit. I just really like it. I think it looks awesome. There he is with the machete. And then inside the box, here's everything that they said. I guess the garrot or whatever thing is that leather piece that you can use that stick and string it around the tree and like snap something. When he snapped that dude's head with it, so that's kind of cool. There he is right there. Let me stop talking. Let's get him out of the box. Behind Roy, there's always a scene behind in these Ultimates. There's just, I don't know what that is. Looks like just some blue paint, blue and purple paint. I guess that's supposed to be a wood scene because you can kind of make out some trees at night. But I would have liked it better if they'd have put this scene behind them. Just saying. Not bad. Just my opinion. All right, let's go ahead and get Roy out. Hopefully quick. They used a different type of twist tie here too, which is a lot easier on my fingers. So thank you, NECA. I love these twist ties as opposed to that other one. Look how easy that guy comes out. And boom, there he is, y'all. I always wanted this figure, and I've wanted him for years. And it's weird once you've wanted something for so long and you finally get it. It's kind of like surreal, but this is freaking awesome. Wow. I'm just looking at it for a second. The outfit's very dull. It's a nice looking figure. Let's go ahead and look at the weapons. I'm not going to pull all these weapons out, you guys, but what I'll do is I'm going to show them to you real quick in here just so you can see them. Let me move Roy. Actually, I'm not even going to move him. I'm just going to show you guys everything up close and personal. I hope. So, right here, you've got the meat cleaver. You've got the road flare, which we're going to be using. You've got a spear. You've got a blood-soaked machete right there, which is cool. You've got a holding hand, which is left hand. You've got a stick here, so he can beat some folks' heads in. You got a stick there, which is cool. You've got that piece of leather that he used that stick to twist on the back of that tree. You've got a spike, which is cool if you need that. You've got the hedge clippers, and then you've got a field knife, hunting knife, which is cool. All of that came with them, so that's a lot of accessories. First things first, let's go ahead and get in here and see what he looks like unmasked, because that is very important. Looks good, though. What do you guys think? Let's go ahead and take the mask off. Ooh, and that face sculpt is hidden. Looks good. I really like it. I like the cut that's in there. I think this looks really good. I'm real happy with the way this looks. The only thing I'm not happy with, and I'm going to keep it 100, they should have released this figure twice. They should have released one clean, and then they should have released one wet with the battle damage. Because when he got that damage, it was raining outside. He got hit with like a bulldozer. So he didn't have that, and he wasn't this flat and dry. He looked like this before the wet. So they should have released one wet and one not wet. And I think that would have satisfied both. But, you know, that's just me. There's a side view of that head scope. Looks amazing. I don't know how I like that line all the way going down the middle. They could have did a little bit better than that. Because on the old one, it's not like that. So, you see that line I'm talking about going straight through the center of his head? The old sculpt didn't have that. So I don't know why this one does. But the face is amazing. It's not exactly like the actor, but it looks good enough. We're going to go ahead and put the mask on, the killing mask. He can look up pretty good. He can look down pretty good. He can look to the side and side like Michael Myers. He can do the whole Michael Myers routine. He does have a cut across his tummy there. Let me make sure we're in focus. Let's see. Hold on. There we go. He's got the cut there. Hands look good. Hand detail looks good. The suit looks good. He does have the diaper portion, unfortunately, but that's just part of it. Look, they used a lot of parts from the Michael Myers, but this is like a green, not a blue. And it depends on the lighting, but the suit looked blue to me. It always looked blue to me because the chevrons are blue, and I just figured it would probably match. But I guess it was a little greenish if you really go back and look hard. I like it blue, though, personally, like Michael Myers' coveralls. The boots look good. Overall, looks really good. Got double jointed elbow there, which looks pretty nice. And let's see if the autofocus is gonna play nice. He's got a double joint there. He's got. Let's look at his legs here. That's what he's got on the legs. He can do a karate kick if he needs to. So that's kind of cool. Watch out. Red nose taekwondo. So yeah, I think it's a really solid looking figure overall. I don't know what else to say, man. Except it's Roy, and it looks really good. Let's go ahead and rip out that road flare, because we probably need to look at that and just kind of take a look at how it looks in his hand. And the road flare is done beautifully, which is another reason why I want to utilize it. And that scene wasn't really that great, but the road flare is really good. So, take it for what it is. The hands on here are much better than the other Jason. Yeah, I really like the way this guy looks. You can't do a waist swivel because of the suit, but I like this figure. I like him just like that. And I'm gonna have him posed like that, but have that flare just kind of out away from his body a little bit. Yeah, I like that a lot. What do you guys think? It looks like a cross between Michael and Jason. I agree, and I really like this figure lots and lots and lots because of it. Love those blue chevrons. I think they did a good job. And this suit's not blue, like I said, it's green. So take it for what it is. But this flare looks really, really good. The figure itself looks really good. The feet look really good. Overall, he's a nice looking figure. Let's go back just a bit. That mask is awesome. And I just want to show you the back again real quick, like I told you I would. You can see that line that's right there that goes all the way through the top of the head. I don't like that at all, but otherwise it's good. Voorhees looks amazing. I gotta pick up 2 more Roys. Yeah, Roy is freaking awesome. So yeah, I think this is a good figure. I mean, overall he's got all the faculties there. Let's see how tall Roy is. Sorry, my camera's all over the place. I'm looking at multiple things. See how tall he is. He is about 7 3/4, give or take. A little over 7 1/2, about 7 3/4. So he's a tall figure as well. The guy, I can't remember his name, that plays him. He did a really good job in that role. He was a big guy, he was just a big guy, and I really liked the way he looked in that role. Now, for comparison's sake, and I gotta do it, you can always buy another and customize Roy to look more wet. Oh, Sean, hold on, Sean. An unknown user said you should compare him to your Roy custom. Here it come. Just hold on 1 second. So here's my custom that I did, and you guys let me know what you think. And again, I'm not saying that to say that mine is better or anything like that. It's just another Roy. But there's my custom Roy that I did. And he's also got the stomach damage as well, but I also gave him some arm damage. So let me zoom in just so you can see both up close. So my Roy, his mask is a little fuller, but he didn't have that goofy thing on the back of his head, and he looks like he's been in the rain. He didn't have the line, which I like, and mine looks more like somebody wearing a head mask, if you want me to be honest, as opposed to this one looks more like a face, like a real head. So his head would be really small under here, whereas on here it really does look like he has a deformed head, and he's either wearing the mask or he's got the head, and he was wearing the mask. There's a side angle there just so you can see. And I put blood. I cut his arm up right there. And I also went like NECA across the bottom of his chest and did the same thing that they did. But I just, I went about mine a little different. I do like both. Um, I'm sorry, unknown user, that your Roy has leg problems. One is longer. Yeah, I got lucky. My Roy is standing up pretty good. My other Roy is a Michael Myers body for the most part, and you can see how it looks the same. It looks like that Roy, I can't tell. Maybe he's a little thinner. Like it's a very similar sculpt, and mine is a little taller just because on that stand. But he's holding those clippers, so that looks good. Both of these guys I really like, so I'm happy to have both. But I would have been just happy with my custom, because I think I knocked it out of the park on that. I think it looks really good, in my opinion, because it's my handiwork. But that's my custom. The mask I think is just a little bit too dark, whereas I think that mask is more accurate. But I think that head size is probably a little bit more accurate. So, splitting hairs. But I like my battle damage a little bit more. I would have liked this Roy to be clean. That's on the left. And it's just because at that point in the movie when he was dry, he wasn't hurt. And he didn't get hit by that bulldozer till later. And so I don't like that. Just me. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. But there's my Roy boys. And just for a little bit more comparison, I didn't want that to happen. Let's do this right here. Yeah, Bruce, I think it looks good. Let's go ahead and put my custom in, my big boy Roy, so y'all can see what that looks like as well. Just so we can have some real perspective. This one has a One's custom head sculpt on him. And I need some better coveralls for him, but I'm happy with him otherwise. But the coveralls just aren't great. But he also has, why does my focus keep shifting? Stop it. There we go. He has a One's custom head sculpt and a custom mask that I reworked. And he looks really cool. I really like the look of this one as well. Just to kind of show you. I think that looks really solid. And I do like the way this looks. I've had this for a long time. And I've done a lot of alterations to it. I really like how he looks. So, I mean, he's definitely Roy. And I went through and customized. I bought a blank and painted it, and I put the little diamonds and stuff on it here to make this look right. So I put all the little dots on it, and I put this little stretchy material, and I glued everything so it would fit right, and I tried to make it as accurate as I can, but this is my first try, so I think it looks okay. We'll go back up so that we can see. Hold on, you guys, I'm coming. So yeah, we're gonna put this back on. I'm real happy with how this looks. I love that you can't see his eyes, and I think that's a really solid pairing. And when you compare them with these guys, they'll look good in a case together, which they're gonna live together. So I really like how that's going to look. They're probably not going to stand this close, but they'll stand some kind of way. So I really like that. Let me know what you think. Alright guys, so that's pretty much everything for tonight. I am going to show you the quarter scale Pennywise. We're going to be talking Pennywise tomorrow. Let's go ahead and get everything out of the way, except for the Jasons. Put little dude Jason in here. Dun, dun, dun. So this is what we got in this haul for Friday the 13th, and I'm real happy with these. All of these are great. You know which one I gotta pick is my favorite, because why not? I mean, there ain't no way I'm gonna pick anything other than Roy. But man, oh man, does that Freddy versus Jason look really solid. It's a really solid figure. And the Toony Terrors is cool just to have. What's up, Mr. Hernandez? So yeah, I like it a lot. And I like this setup a lot. I really like how these Jasons have come along. That's it. I don't want to hold you guys up because I know you got things to do. It is a full moon tonight, so go take some photos of that. Enjoy your night, you guys. I will be on tomorrow at some point. I don't know exactly what time. Depends on what time I get up and get going. But sometime tomorrow evening, because I do want to do the quarter scale Pennywise. Really excited about that. And I want to compare some other Pennywise stuff and some other quarter scales to him. So you definitely want to hit subscribe. Like and share this video if you appreciate it, because it helps me. And I enjoy having you guys on these lives. I enjoy sharing my passion with you. So thank you so much for the love and support. It really, makes my day more than you guys know. And I'm being honest. So thank you. Have a great night. I will see you all tomorrow. So definitely. It'll probably be after 6 when I do the live. So be looking for it then. Y'all take care.